Okay, without further ado, we are now live and we do have two of us in the studio. So, morning, Peter.
Morning. Good morning.
Right. Good morning, definitely. Okay, waiting for John. If you're listening on Royston Radio, thank you. We're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And welcome to the show. And this is Blabbing for Britain, episode 405 UK News Review with Stephen, John, and Peter. And it's just Stephen and Peter at the moment. And Peter, as you said, John is probably getting a parcel from somewhere.
Yeah. So,
how are things going this week?
no, I think there's a bit of a little pandemic going around Aberdeen because everybody I'm speaking to is coughing, and we can't get rid of a cough. It's throughout the whole city. Everybody I speak to in the chest. I mean, I got over mine, and then it's kind of reappeared again. You know, not the flu type symptoms. So, just about everybody I'm speaking to has got a chest problem. You know, so that's not so good. Having said that, I'm looking at a picture you've got in the gallery, and Aberdeen looks like that today with the woods.
Oh, the woods, yeah. I mean, this picture. That one.
It's the other one with the path. You're in the middle of the path. But it's something like that anyway. Yeah, it's like that anyway. Because, it's nice. Yeah.
That one.
Aberdeen looks like that today.
Right.
And
beautiful.
It
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cold here, but the sun is shining, and the picture we've got there is of Savernake Forest, which is about 25 minutes away from us, and it's a 400-year-old wood, and you can just walk there for free and just stroll around the forest and have a very enjoyable day out. It's a managed wood. In fact, that's basically, you can imagine the horses running through there, because it's full of big avenues, French-style avenues, which sort of 4 avenues converge on a circle, and it's a brilliant place to be.
Well, the weather today has certainly made me feel better. You know, you get up, and I get up too early. I've actually started to set my alarm clock to go off later, but I don't know why I need an alarm clock now. Although I'm still a working guy, but I got up and I got a new social media platform, and I work on it. It's actually quite good.
Which one?
It's called Step Social, and it costs £79 a month. I can't remember if that includes VAT or plus VAT. I can't remember. Sorry. And what happens is I've got 2 platforms that goes out to my Facebook business page and my LinkedIn business page, and they've actually made the posts up for the next fortnight.
Right.
I go in, and it's the first time I use the platform. I wanted to change one thing. We don't say roaches in Britain, we say cockroaches. Roaches is an Americanism.
It is, yeah.
So I just go and put that in, and then click, and that's it changed. It's all scheduled, and I can go in and change anything I want. But it means it's done for me, and it's all already put in, and it's just consistency it'll be. So far, so good.
Good. Yeah.
I'll raise my profile, you know.
So that's Step Social.
Yeah, Step Social. Yeah.
Right. Say hello.
They'll give you a 15-minute interview online as well of a chat, you know, and because it just puts your posts out for you without you thinking, you know.
Right. Without further ado, we should be joined. Morning, John.
Good morning. I am absolutely full of cold, so I might not say a lot.
Oh, you don't usually say a lot anyway. What's the problem? You can tell it in your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
So,
Well,
You can.
all night, nothing but running nose, blocked nose.
do you know why I got off the internet? Off the internet. One of these things with salt and get sterile water for it, and you blow it through, and it comes out the other end, other side, and it is fantastic for clearing your nose. Makes you sick. You feel as though you're in salty water in the sea, but boy, does it clear you, John. I'm just breathing great today.
Well, I'm drinking Lemsip, so there's your answer to that one.
I've got to say, you look a bit like the acid fluid bug. Do you remember that? The
You
acid
know,
fluid
I
bug.
do feel pretty crap.
No.
When did it start?
Overnight, actually, I was fine yesterday until started snoozing a bit late in the day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
5 o'clock this morning, I woke up and I was absolutely awful. And
Yeah.
I've hardly been to sleep since.
Right. How is Celia?
She's fine.
Well,
She had another consultancy with the heart doctor yesterday. So they're going to try changing some of her medicines to see whether that improves things.
right.
Yeah.
She seems fine. I mean, the heart thing has been going since 2018. So, you know, not quite, but nearly 6 years into that. So,
Yeah. So, well, Sheila's the same. She starts, so I'm not feeling her legs are sore. I took her upstairs and threw her into the spare room and locked the door. Just keep away from me. I hated that last illness I had. I hated it.
Yeah.
So, I've got an unfortunate thing to do today. I'm going to wait to pay my last respects for my cousin who passed away, all due to diabetes again, in my family. But he's actually a legend in Aberdeen, right?
Right.
And I used to go in, he used to have 2 nightclubs, and he had a record shop. He'd been a drummer in his time, and Jim Sanderson's his name. And I got a call that he'd passed away during the night 2 nights ago. And it wasn't, he was 72, and it wasn't all that long ago that he was 60. I said, I remember, he says, Peter, you coming to my 60th birthday? Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
of course. And I'd done a couple of gigs for him. And he's dealt with a lot of big bands in these places, you know, the Fratellis and all that. Fuck, he threw one of the Fratellis off the stage. He annoyed them. And it just shows you how quick things become, because I didn't realise he was 72. And it's really sharpened me up the past few days, thinking about life. What have you done with your life, folks? What have you wasted? And I was actually deeply hurt with this passing. So I put it out on Facebook I asked his wife, so yeah, I put it on Facebook, and I put it on a music thing. Boy, the people that come in and remember them and still,
Yeah.
you know, it was amazing. Then I know that one of the journalists goes out, he sells LPs. He's got thousands of vinyl that he sells, you see. And I know a journalist goes in, and the next thing he gives him a big write-up. And so that was Cousin Jim. And it's scary because that's my age going now. And sad. Anyway, so, yeah, so that's the start to my year. And it sharpened me up. I'm going to enjoy. I'm looking at 3 holidays this year. I'm going to go to Berlin, whether Sheila comes or not. I'm going, and I'm going to live in a barge for a week. It's happening. Anyway, that was a bit.
You're going to live on a barge?
Yeah,
Live on a barge for a week?
Well, they've got a ship. It's on the River Spree. Like the way I said that, Spree. It's on the Spree. And I was meant to go there a couple of years ago. It's a room each in a bar, and well, a bar. It's like a ship. It's pulled into the side. It's a hotel, and I thought I'm going to do that. And
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do instead of fancy hotels. But unfortunately, it's always booked in advance. I'm going to London in March, so I booked some flights and things.
Yeah.
Wow, prices haven't half gone up.
Oh, you telling me? Yeah, they have. They basically hotels and transport. They're just
Crazy.
taking the opportunity to increase their fees.
Yeah, big time. But I'm getting return flights from Aberdeen right to City Airport, London. City, in the city, right?
Know it well. Know it well. It's not actually.
So, yeah. But it's where it's convenient for me because I'm going to the exhibition centre.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And I spent a couple of days there, 3 days. 171 return, right in the doorstep of where I went, rather than Heathrow or Gatwick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Great. And so I'm looking forward just to get away from that. And
So that puts you on the tube then, when you're travelling about.
no, if I want to go into London, but I can come out of the city, go to where I'm staying, which is 2,500. What do you call it? Meters away from the exhibition centre that I'm staying.
All right. Okay.
Then if I went to, because I use Uber down in London as well, but if I were going to the city, I'll go in the tube and spend the night there. I love walking about, and I've been for a while. I like going to the heart of the city, and they've got a pub, and it's full of journalists. You know, they see all the journalists that you see, the TV reporters and everything. They've got a pub, and I go in there, and I met a guy called Mark White, who actually works for GB News the last thing, but he filmed me in Aberdeen many years ago. Remember that, so we had a good chat. So that's basically what's happening in Aberdeen. It's still dull, but it's a nice day, fresh day.
Yeah.
And I'll put it back to you for a while, John. Maybe we'll speak.
Right. It's a special night tonight. We have a good friend in a gentleman called Joe Shepherd. And Joe is over in Ireland, Southern Ireland, and he is launching a new live broadcasting system tonight at 8 o'clock. It's a live launch show of live stream solutions, and it's on YouTube. It's 8 o'clock tonight. If I press the play button there, the red button, nothing will happen because everybody's going live at 8 o'clock. And as you can see on the picture, Joe Shepherd, David, Marco Novo, Brigitte Limbanda, somebody I've not met yet, and then me. And we'll be live for an hour and 20 minutes tonight on YouTube with the launch of Joe's new business. If you can join us, please do. I'll post a link on my page after this broadcast with the guys. So I'm going to take that off.
And is that a business?
Yeah, it's a business. It's purely Joe's. I'll take it off solo. Mm-hmm. It is Joe's new business, live streaming as a solution, providing businesses with the ability to live stream without having to know anything about live streaming. Yeah, and training companies how to live stream. A lot of people, obviously, we know are still not commenting on camera, so that's in there as well. Everything to do with live streaming. So if you want to live stream, you want to do a regular show rather than do it yourself,
no,
Joe will do it all for you and the team, and they will do it professionally, and you're just there as the talent, and you can just appear on screen, tell your stories.
Didn't we speak about that long ago?
We did.
We did?
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you about TikTok. I fell in love with a German woman, right? She doesn't speak. Do you know what she does? And she gets loads and loads of views. She's an old woman. I'm not old, probably in her 50 odds. Very smart looking woman, always got different clothes on. No, a middle class type woman, lovely house and everything. Do you know what people watch her doing? Hula hooping. Her name is Hannah, right?
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. she's got different songs with it, right, on TikTok.
Yeah.
And she's German, as I say. You can click a translate button, but she doesn't really speak. And she just hula hoops. And it's fantastic. It's mesmerizing. And then you go to our website, I think you can learn how to hula hoop and that. But this is the things that's happening on TikTok. You know, have you had a look at TikTok, guys?
Nope. No, we've only got so many hours in the day.
I understand. I think I might have to go to TikTok advertising because it really is changing, you know. It's just everything.
Yeah, I've got a question. How will you know that your customers are watching TikTok?
That I don't know yet, but that's something you would have to find out. You'd probably ask a question and who's watching from Aberdeen, stuff like that. You know, okay. I'm just going to put TikTok on now and just see what comes up because they know what you watch, by the way. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. That's about breaking civil warfare. Texas prepares for a standoff. That's on TikTok. Right, I'll come off of that. Oh, that. Right. You get. And there's a lot of politics in it. And then I'm just going round. And I'll just take it off now. But people are on it. You wouldn't think. You get a lot of lonely people speaking it.
Yeah, I know. It's amazingly popular.
It's well, there's a karaoke bar every time I come in. It's open in Liverpool. They know I'm on, so they ping me and say, "Come and watch us," sort of thing. You know?
Yeah.
And so I like that song. It's better than you think because Facebook's a problem now. You know, for advertising and getting your message across now. We'll see when I'm doing this new social media program that I'm using. We'll see the results then.
What's the name of it again, Peter?
It's called Step Social. It's just basically what like Joe's going to do with videos. They do it for you. Now, John, they've already scheduled for LinkedIn and my Facebook page. They've already scheduled 3 posts per week for a fortnight. And I can go in, and if I want anything adjusted, I was telling Stephen, instead of roaches, it's cockroaches. And I just went in and I got a message back like that, sorted, you know. So we'll see what happens there. And they book it up in a fortnight. And if it works well, I'll maybe use it. It's £20 a month extra to put another platform on, like Google Business Profile. Then I don't have to really do anything. It's all done for you. So I'll keep you informed.
So you tell them the topics and they write the post?
No, they'll pick them for you. What they've done is they've gone on, looked at my website. They've asked me where I get info from. They asked me every other websites I look. They asked about my main competition, you know. And then they go and look at your web page. They'll take photographs from it and stuff like that. And that's what they do. And it's not just short little things that I would write. They've actually got good copy. So that's it. Step Social. Oh, Stephen's back. Oh, hello?
John? It's disappeared.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you, but
yeah. So and then I'm looking. I spoke to another guy about my pay-per-click because I'm £2.35 per click. He's got his down to 84 pence. Now, is pay-per-click geographical, or does it depend on how many people are fighting you?
Right. Pay-per-click is how you set it up, and most people will just decide where they want their ad shown. So, for instance, you could say within 15 kilometres of Aberdeen city centre.
That's what I've kind of done. I've put the areas that I want. But I'm wondering why he's got it down to 84 pence a click instead of £2.35.
But how many clicks is he getting?
Well, he told me what he turned over because of it, right? And it was a lot of money. And yeah, he actually said he turned it off in this at the end of December because he was far too busy and couldn't keep up with the work. You know, that's using 3 men as well. So it's interesting. Interesting. So anything new with you then, John, while Stephen's away? Anything that
Not really.
Okay,
Nothing
right.
very exciting.
Right. I could bring up something political.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I lost internet. Sorry, Peter.
I was gonna bring up a subject, but you probably won't like it.
Depends whether it's right wing or left wing.
Have you heard? Well, it's Lauren. Do you know Lawrence Fox?
Yes, he didn't do very well in court, did he?
Well, they reckon he won. So here's the thing. Somebody called him a racist. So he says, "Is that right? I'll take you to court." So they went. Cut him off.
Right, Peter.
No, I'm not taking it. It's okay.
Right.
Cut it off.
Okay.
So basically, they went to court. Somebody had called him a racist. He's never been convicted of being a racist, but they've labelled him a racist. Okay, so he's not going to take it to court. Now, he called the other two people PEDOS. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're transgenders dressed up, going to kids' schools and things. So he called them that. Now, they went to court. He said to the judge, "Can you confirm to me, define it, what a racist is?"
But sorry, were there two cases going on, or was the case just against him?
It was like two cases at the same time or something. It was counter, whatever happened, right?
Yeah.
But the judge refused to say what a racist was. Okay? So I could call you a racist just now, and you'd be offended and say, "I'm taking you to court for that because you've never been done for it," or anything like that. So he didn't get any award for it. But the other two, because he called them what he called them, they got awarded damages. Now, that case for name calling, do you know how much it's cost them?
No.
£2 million.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Listen, I was called a racist, and because of that, my agent dropped me. All my film work stopped. All my TV work stopped. Everything." He says, "I was cancelled because I was labelled, because I didn't think what they were saying was right. They cancelled me." And he's lost a lot of money. And this is the problem with society just now.
I think it's sad that he has gone from being one of our most respected actors, and he's lost his way. I just think it's sad. I don't want to comment other than that.
No, well, he spoke what he thought, and a lot of people in Britain thinks, but he says, "I'm speaking on behalf of the people that are too scared to say anything." That's the problem. Too scared. But I'll tell you, what you've got to do now is, if you watch America, and we've got to watch America, because what's the name of that UN thing? UNRWA.
UNWRA, I think.
Yeah. A lot of people have stopped giving them money till they say, "Let's find out what's happening before we give you money." Now, what's the big college, university over in America? Harvard?
There's quite a few of them. Go on.
Well, they have just lost a substantial amount of money. I think the guy's a Jewish person. And he says, "Well, if that's what you think of Jews on your campus, you can forget my money now." Millions he's give them. He said, "Well, if that's is that what you're saying about us? There's no way I'm funding you anymore." Now they're starting to, wait a minute. There are people losing their jobs now for being anti-Semites, praising Hamas, praising 7th of, what was the date? October?
10th of October, yeah.
Yeah. praising them on social media, but social media has caught them up because they're finding out who they are and says, do you really want this people teaching your children? Do you want this surgeon to be operating on you if you were Jewish? And all that's getting mingled. And a lot of them are resigning, leaving their posts and being asked to leave. In fact, in some cases, sacked. And that's what sort of world we're in at the moment. What say yous?
I think, well, I wouldn't, most things, I wouldn't get involved. Basically, I don't think anybody who is normal can actually support the Hamas massacre of 1,400 Israelis. That happened.
Yeah.
What is happening now with half of the Gaza Strip totally destroyed, uninhabitable, with thousands killed, is also wrong.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. It's collateral because they've been warned to go. So the other day, Israeli special forces dressed up, in 10, and assassinated 3 terrorist leaders in the hospital who were lying there seemingly with guns in their bed. They went in, no bombs or nothing, surgical precision, went in and shot them because they were involved. Well, the Hamas leaders basically. Did you know about that one?
I did, yeah. I mean, they're being judge and jury, and our governments are standing by and letting them get on with it. But fortunately, at the moment, there are peace talks taking place. So hopefully, there will be a negotiated settlement.
I mean, going back to my cousin's son has just flew back in for Israel, ex-British soldier, and he's living in a kibbutz. I says, where are you? Who are you next to? He says, I'm in the border of Yemen. I says, who have you got across the border? He says, the Houthis. Yeah. And they're walking about at nights having to patrol their kibbutz with their rifles and everything, just waiting. And I didn't get to speak to them too much, but everybody's on alert over there. I know a couple of people in Israel that I know, and they're all walking about their guns and everything.
Well, the last thing anybody wants is for this to escalate to include other countries. And the Americans seem to be doing their best to just go right to the edge, but not over the edge.
Right.
Yeah, in retaliation.
Do you know what I've been thinking about? What if Israel says, tell you what, guys, how's your land at left side? We're taking our wall down. We're putting our weapons away. How long do you think they would last as a nation?
Well, first, that's never going to happen.
Correct.
Basically, there has to be a two-state solution. Although, having said that, Gaza isn't a state anymore. It just doesn't exist. Half of it's disappeared. And you can see that Israel wants the whole of it to disappear, and then they'll have the territory right up to the sea.
Yeah, but
whether that, I don't know.
You've got to remember, 6 times they were offered a two-state solution. 6 times.
Oh, you've never, yeah. Netanyahu just won't wear it.
Why didn't they take it? No, Netanyahu. They agreed to it before. They agreed to a two-state solution.
When?
Since 1948 onwards. They had nearly had it with Yasser Arafat and that, and then it all went to pot. I mean, I've been looking at it, right? There's a few times it's been on the table. Yeah. Then Israel started to speak into another nation, and then they weren't that agreeing to it. The fact is, the likes of Hamas and all these people, the only solution they want is Israel put out of action and they want that land. That's their main aim. And they won't be happy until they get it. That's what I see. Yeah. But if I was in charge, I says, we're taking over your land. You're too much of a threat. We're going to take it over until you sort yourself out. And then we'll let you have free elections. And take it from there.
We'll let you have, and that's the problem. That is the crux of the Peter. We'll let you have free elections. What on earth gives the right for any country to rule, to tell another country what to do?
Well, United Nations do it. So does Europe. Look what they're going away to do at Hungary, because we're not taking any more immigration. And this is okay. We're going to punish you. This is the European Union.
If you join a club,
if you ever go back into the union, they'll have conscription. You'll be going into the European Army.
You've gone off a right-wing rant, which has been mentioned by our viewers, and I think we're going to quickly change the topic.
So as soon as they mention it, Peter gets cancelled.
I'd like to cancel the whole bloody thing, Peter, to be honest.
Wow.
Okay. Right. So yeah, there's a point at which you overstep the mark.
I'm cancelled. That's me finished. Goodbye. End of 6 years, 7 years. Been great, but I'm finished. Bye.
What for, Pete?
I'm gone.
No, you're not.
Yes, yeah. Basically, it was mentioned 3 weeks ago that the right-wing rants would just, I think we've lost our way, John. And
we're back where we started, aren't we?
We are, but
we're back where we started.
Oh yeah, true. Full circle. Yeah, and apologies to everybody. I didn't mean to swear, but just exasperation, I suppose. That I mean, how anybody can defend what Peter defends, I just don't understand. It seems to be a badge of honour. Right, okay.
I'm afraid I let it go over my head because, to be honest with you, I'm just not interested in his rants.
Right. All of which brings us back to football. And
did they lose last night? I haven't seen the results.
Burnley went to Manchester City last night, and we were losing 3-0, and we got a goal in the 94th minute, and apparently some of us are now happy. We still got beaten 3-1. We still only got 12 points. And I think that now we're at the end of January, it is increasingly looking like Burnley will be relegated this year. Yeah, and for the fans, you'd rather be getting 100 points in the Championship than watching your team get beat every week. It's demoralising, isn't it?
It's just a massive indicator of the standard in the Premier League.
Yeah. It is. And if you've not got the money, you're not in. Money rules.
The only good thing is you'll get 3 years parachute payments.
Well, yeah, you won't feel
get 3 years parachute payments.
And then you come back up again, and then you go back down again. It's like being a yo-yo, isn't it? Yeah. But Villa seem to be consistent this year. Villa, well, we were crap this week.
But
overall, you're in sixth position.
Listen, the bottom line is, if we'd have been 10th at the end of the season, every Villa fan would have been happy. To be riding up in 4th halfway through the season is just unbelievable. And if we finish 10th, most people will be happy.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a heck of an achievement.
So the two things in football round here are, what a fantastic job at Wolves is being done.
Yeah.
And people now think Mowbray will sort out the Blues.
Oh. In what way?
Well, they already look different if you watch them now. And he's only had 2 matches, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, the people who bought Blues, Birmingham City, for people who don't know what I mean by Blues, because of course you've got Chelsea as Blues as well, and Everton. They're planning a massive sports centre centred on St Andrews.
Yeah.
They're talking not millions, but many millions.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to buy a lot of the rough land, and the biggest thing we wonder about is that at the end of St Andrews, there are 4 blocks of flats, but they're not straight up blocks of flats. They're like Glasgow tenements.
Okay.
Not
Got
that
a
I've been
picture. Yeah.
Glasgow, but yeah. And they've got preservation orders on them. So what are they going to do with them? Because looking at their plans, which are magnificent if they spend the money they say they're going to spend, how are they going to get around the fact that the flats have got preservation orders on them? Because they want to put 2 pitches and various other things there. The whole idea is to create a community area, which is a big difference for there. It's a very rundown area, though.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. And O'Neill is just doing magnificent at Wolves.
Talking magnificent.
He added another player on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The brother of their leading player, came and joined them from Paris Saint-Germain. So it'd be interesting to see where they finish, because they've not done well for a long time. They did well under Nuno, but it was all defensive, and win on the, break from the defensive and then get some goals that way. And they did do too bad, but from what I understand, and there's quite a lot of Wolves fans where I live, even though I'm the other side of the city from them, they say he plays exciting football.
Right. Well, so do Burnley, but we just don't win.
Yeah, but he's winning.
Yeah, Burnley played well but lost. Burnley played well but lost. It seems to be a mantra. No, we can't.
I don't think it matters how well you play at Man City. Your chances of winning are pretty slim.
Yeah.
Just because of the atmosphere.
Just a switch of sports, because the second Test match in India starts tomorrow. England versus India, and John is ducked out. But I just wanted to say that you can't watch it live on TV. You can't listen to it on the radio apart from on TalkSport 2. It's exclusive to TalkSport 2 with Steve Harmison and Darren Goff, who you remember from, so they're the 2 main commentators along with an Indian team. And it was just an amazing match. India were 190 runs ahead after they battered, and we came back with a vengeance, and we actually won the Test. And it's the first time in donkey's years that India have been beaten at home, and it sets up the rest of the series. As I say, the second Test is tomorrow. If you want to listen to it, then you can listen to it on TalkSport 2. So Alexa, play TalkSport 2, and you can listen to the cricket ball by ball commentary from Darren Goff and Steve Harmison, and you can get involved in the cricket, because there's no better way to relax than to listen to cricket. That's my opinion. Yeah, wake up to cricket, okay, because they're 2 hours ahead of us. So, yeah. Right, so that's wishing England well.
It's on TV on TNT Sports then.
Oh, you got to. Sorry, I better qualify that. And you've got to pay. You've got to pay.
TNT Sports is in my Virgin Media bundle, but you won't catch me watching the cricket.
No, I don't think we will.
I think there's only one slower and worse sport than cricket, and that's tennis.
Bowls? Bowls? No? What's worse than cricket?
Tennis is definitely worse than cricket.
Tennis? Yeah, Andy Murray. I've got to admire Andy Murray. I mean, the chap is 37 and he just won't give up. He will not give up. Where most people would say, right, okay, that's it, I'm retiring. He isn't going to do that. Yeah, he's carrying on. He's soldiering. He wants another Wimbledon. You can tell from the way he's talking. He wants French Open and Wimbledon, and then he might retire. But he's just an amazing athlete to put himself through all the training and then turn up for match after match and put his best effort in. I mean, he's playing against he's playing against the best in the world. He's playing against younger men, and you've got to be fitter at 18 than you are at 37. So he's an uphill battle. But
isn't he a hotelier these days? Hasn't he bought a hotel? Have you frozen, Stephen? You're frozen, Stephen. Hello. Stephen's frozen. Are you there, Stephen? Please come back, Stephen.
He's British, not Scottish.
You keep freezing, Stephen.
Hang on.